Welcome back, travelers, to Legendary Lore, where we're going to be talking about some companions that you can have as an extra card in your deck in a constructed format, or just in the deck as a singleton format. But here's the lore behind them. Ricky, take it away.
Yeah. So yeah, like Joe was saying, Companion, the whole idea behind Companion is these are creatures that you are capable of bonding with as a bonder through the Adludha, which is basically what they call it when you bond with a creature.
The Varuta.
So you have to kind of change how you play, who you are, in order to bond with these creatures. So we're going to start it off with the first one, which... Joe, which color, just say a color combination. We'll do that one first.
Red, white.
Red, white. Of course you were going to say red, white. Why wouldn't you want to talk about Zerda? So the whole idea behind Zerda is the Firefox. Yeah, it's great for browsing. So Vivian she hears about a legend that says that the sun resides in Rogrin. So she goes to the red, white, blue world area, and she's looking for what she's expecting to find, a giant, massive fireball monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead she sees a tiny, dainty little fox. And it's described as having immeasurable beauty. And Zirda actually allows Vivian to stroke its fur, which has the warmth of a perfect sunbeam. That's the entire story that we have for Zirda. Has nothing to do with activated abilities or anything like that. Has nothing to do with that. It's just a nice little story about a good little doggo fox.
Okay.
Next color combination. Go, go, go!
Green, black.
Green, black. That would be the Ooze, Omori. And Omori's whole deal is that... I actually kind of like this little blurb. So Vivian was studying Omori and notices that he just kind of rolls around and finds crystals and sticks them to its body for decoration. And then, basically, whenever it feels like it, it can just start making those crystals glow.
Oh, that's cool.
That's it. Nothing about specific card types or reducing the mana cost of things. Technically, you could say maybe it's the crystals reducing the mana cost if he focuses it.
Crystals!
My crystals! Next color, go. You know what? Yorion. You can think of the next one afterwards. That's blue, white.
Yorion.
That's why I figured you weren't going to say it. So, Yorion is also dangerous for the city of Skysail, which is the red, blue, white human town. And basically, the idea behind Yorion is it is a bird serpent and has a giant golden horn on it. And people want to take the horn for medicinal purposes. And so, Vivian, let me just say, again, previous episode that talked about, Vivian is a terrible human being.
Mm-hmm.
She's basically PETA in Planeswalker form. And so Vivian says that while those humans are thinking about using the golden horn for medicine, she thinks it'd be better if somebody were to ride Yorion and use that golden horn to pop the balloons that are keeping those cities afloat.
She's just a straight up terrorist.
She's saying, oh, let's go commit genocide.
What is her deal?
Color combination, go.
I'm still wrapping my head around that. That's like Vivian, monsters advocate. She's advocating to kill you all.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what? Jegantha, let's go. Jegantha's red-green. Jegantha's an elemental elk. The whole idea is that it is literally mana incarnate. And it can amplify any magic that is cast around it.
Oh, this is the one technically 5-color.
Yes, it's technically a 5-color, but it is a red-green. And basically, Vivian was just trying to grow a beetle with like a giant growth and wound up making it titanic proportions. That's the story. The Vivian was playing with a bug, and Jagatha made it bigger bug. Then it was going to be just big bug. Yay.
I'm not liking these stories very much.
That's the problem with Ikoria. There's so many legends that they didn't focus on any of them. None of them got any kind of attention really put on them unless they were very specifically for the story. Otherwise, they were just dressing.
Okay.
So, next up, Garuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. So I love the creature type behind this. Demon Kraken.
Oh, I was gonna say blue-black.
Yeah, it's a blue-black one. Demon Kraken. Garuda. I'd also like to point out, Jegantha actually kind of made sense with his particular ability of giving you a ton of mana for its effect. So, back to this guy. Garuda. It literally will eat any ship it comes across.
Same.
And Vivian tried to get a boat to go investigate.
Oh.
And she couldn't find anyone that was dumb enough to take her there. That's it.
Vivian doesn't see Garuda at all, does she?
No. She's just like...
It's just like, oh, hey, this is the myth about Garuda. I want to see it. No.
Yeah, exactly. And, again, has nothing to do with its ability. But it's passable because of the fact that we never got to meet Garuda. There's not even anything talking about if it causes you to go insane or something to explain the milling effect. There's nothing there. We'll go with Kaheera next. Kaheera is a green-white one. It's a cat beast. And similar to our human friend Gavi, this thing says that, well, I'll just read you what it says. When a human hunter slays the monster, they usually leave that monster's offspring to fend for themselves. Kaheera seems driven by instinct to protect any and all young it comes across, and it raises its diverse brood formed by monsters from every dominant clan of Ikoria as its own. So Luna just goes around finding orphans and taking them in. It's the Angelina Jolie of the monster world. And with this one, again, it actually kind of makes sense for what it does in the actual game. Kaheera wants you to have cats, elemental nightmares, dinosaurs, and beasts only, and then it boosts those cards specifically. So at least it fits.
Yeah.
What's next? What color?
Black-white.
Black-white. Ooh, Lurrus. So Lurrus is a cat nightmare. You may notice that like certain ones of these guys are specifically the two-color creature types.
They follow the color scheme for Ikoria, and others are demon krakens.
Yeah, exactly. Or elemental foxes.
Or elks.
Elemental elks, of course. So, Lurrus is the Dream Den. She lives in the Endatha Lonelands, and Vivian actually found its lair first, and then found the litter of adorable little nightmare kittens.
Aww.
And Lurrus apparently can appear and disappear at will, because Lurrus suddenly appeared in a wisp of smoke, forcing Vivian to run away. Now tell me, Joe, do you know what Lurrus's ability is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, based off of that description, what is its ability?
Does it blink?
You would think it has something to do with flashing, blinking things. Maybe it puts in tokens because it has little babies. No, Joe, it has lifelink. Requires you to have the low mana costing cards, which makes sense as far as the baby thing goes.
It watches babies.
And then it recurs. It allows you to recur a permanent spell. So not even creature spell specifically. You can just recast an enchantment like a dead weight. You can see some of my grievances with the set, these legendary creatures in the set. The flavor isn't there in the actual card. It's not baked into the juices.
Like goldfish.
It's to snack the smiles back. Let's talk about Lutri. So Lutri is Bandit Commander, but it also has a great creature type, Elemental Otter.
Yes.
Yes. So it literally, I really enjoy this particular story because Vivian shoots an arrow, and you know how her arrows, when she shoots them, causes creatures to appear?
No, I know nothing about Vivian. Otherwise, I might hate her as much as you do.
That's fair. So Vivian can use her arc bow to shoot arrows that will create copies of creatures that she has hunted or have died, and she takes their souls basically and shoves them into her little artifact. And
strong bow. I have that bow. I was in War of the Spark.
Yeah. So basically, the idea is that she shot an arrow. Lutri, this playful otter, jumped up, caught the arrow, and then threw it and released a creature from it as if they had just shot it from the arc bow. Because Lutri can copy spells.
Oh. Luttree's made sense.
Luttree's made some sense. It doesn't make any sense why it has to be in a singleton deck for you to have bonded with it, but you know, they can't all be perfect because none of them are. Next up is Keruga. Bahama. Keruga is a joke. What is Keruga's? That's the blue-green one. What is this creature type?
I have no idea.
Dinosaur hippo.
Oh, this is the one we were talking about before.
Yes. So, Riel, the red-blue wizard lady, she believes that Keruga is as great a sage as her. Like, she respects it. And so, Riel actually took Vivian to meet Keruga. And Vivian was like looking into its eyes and realized that this being was like vastly intelligent. And as she looked into its eyes, she received wisdom from Keruga, which came out as a... And it was everything Vivian needed to hear. Vivian reminds me of the person who sees the horoscope and is like, oh, that's me. In this one scenario. It's like, oh, yeah, I understand that completely. And now we're going to talk about one of the funnest ones as far as design looks. A Hellion Horror, Obosh, the Red-Black Legend.
Oh, yes.
Vivian's first reaction to seeing Obosh, which is basically a giant centipede, because that's what a Hellion basically is.
Scolipede.
Do you know what her first reaction is?
Centiscorch.
What would your first reaction be if you saw something that was basically nothing but a giant tube made of teeth and spikes?
I would run.
Yeah, don't you think that would be what it was? Well, no, Joe.
It was hide.
Her first instinct was to count how many legs it had.
You could have just given it hide and had something reasonable.
And then she was like, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't do this right next to it. And so she ran away to a safe distance. So that was her second idea.
Okay, so she got to it eventually.
Yeah, and then she counted the legs from a distance.
Was she hidden at least?
Quick guess. Just give me a ballpark number. How many legs do you think are on this monster?
Was it 100?
Higher.
Was it 1,000?
Lower. I'll just tell you. 347. 347
I wasn't
legs.
going to guess that.
I know. Why is it a prime number? Okay, why is it an odd number? That's what's confusing about it. So, yeah, those are the 10 companions.
I hoped everything she counted was legs.
So, the 10 companions that she counted, those are all the ones that she met. She met all those previous monsters we talked about in the other episodes. At this point, all that's left now is to talk about the actual story.
That's what I've been waiting for.
It's going to be relatively good.
This actual story is about Luca.
Yes, the actual story is about Luca.
And the verbs are about Vivian. The blurbs are about Vivian.
Exactly. Vivian was exploring the plane. Luca's the one whose life is falling apart.
The two never meet.
They do meet. They actually do meet in the story.
They do?
Yes, but the story is about Luca.
Okay, I am excited then.
Yes. It's about the humans of Ikoria, which is one of the things I liked about it. Anyways, Joe, take it away.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't miss the humans of Ikoria. You guys are humans too. And if you're not a human, go ahead and leave a like. But if you are a human, still leave a like. Like our video because it was an amazing video. And subscribe for more amazing videos.